So this was a fan fiction idea that was voted on over on my Patreon, and as always, if you guys would like to be part of the Patreon polls, as well as check out my episode reviews of Alien Earth, which will be coming soon, just hit the link in the description box below, head on over to my Patreon, hit the first tier, that'll allow you access to do so, to be part of future polls and whatnot, and also check out episode and movie reviews. Also, if you want to have Patreon requests done here on YouTube, as well as check out exclusive content that is for members only, just hit the second tier. Just go up to the second tier. That'll allow you access to do so. Don't bother with the other ones. Just focus on tier 1 and 2. And yeah, I'm also bringing back a classic Patreon exclusive video called Requalizers, where I basically take a horror movie. It's mostly horror, but it is movies in general. It mostly works on horror. And basically, me and a guest star will be talking about how we do a requel to a horror movie. So the movie we'll be doing next is The Fog, schedules permitting. So you want to check that out, hit the second tier, and all that other good stuff. Yeah. So as you can see, this fanfiction idea was voted on a Simpsons crossover. And this one, as you can see, Simpsons and the Twilight Zone, as it's called, the Twilight Zone. So let's get into it. So the story basically begins with Homer losing his job, and he's just kind of like, oh, every time I lose my job, I have to go back to the Help Wanted ads, and I have to look online. Indeed, my ass. So he's looking through all the Help Wanted. He's just like, there's so many things. And they're so meaningless! I didn't even apply to these! You didn't apply to anything, Homer. I know! That's the worst part! So, as Homer's looking through, Lisa, takes his phone and is like, look, Dad, you can work as a science assistant with Professor Frank. And Homer's just like, I don't know. I don't like working around with eggheads. That's a lot of zeros. I'm in! So Homer goes to work for Professor Frank, and as he's driving to the interview, this is where things would turn black and white, and this is where we see Rod Serling, and he's just like, imagine if you will, Homer Simpson, a man of Springfield, a family man, not a good man, a large man, definitely, but this man in this town are about to encounter a strange new avenue wonder and terror. The next stop in Homer Simpson's driveway is the Twilight Zone. And that's when someone goes, "Hey, buddy! What the hell are you who the hell are you monologuing to?" It turns around, it's Chief Wiggum, who's like, "All right, listen, if you're going to monologue, there's a monologue tax." Oh, fine. Here. Anyway, so we cut back to Homer. We cut back to Homer, and basically what happens is Homer interviews with Frank, and he gets the job, and he's like, you didn't really say what this whole assistant thing is. And Frank's just like, well, Homer, as you know, there are multiple universes with the worlds and the characters and the flagrant advertising. So Frank basically explains to Homer that what he wants to do is basically look into the spaces in between the multiverse. Essentially, Frank believes that there is a open universe. There are blank spaces in between, little walls in between each universe. Every universe has their own little blank space, kind of like in a bookshelf, there's little spaces and creases that have that little divide there. And Frank has called that the Twilight Zone, and he wants to look into it to see what's inside of it. So he's built a machine to basically look into the Twilight Zone. So with Homer's help, he's going to do so. So basically Frank is like, all right, Homer, all you have to do is flip that switch, and we will be able to view the Twilight Zone. And you just got to flip a switch, and it'll be all good? That's precisely. Man, this is the easiest job I've ever had. So he just as he's going to flip the switch, he accidentally spills a soda over the controller, over the control panel, and it fizzes out. And he's like, well, I should expect no less. So the thing fizzes out, the control panel starts fizzing out of control, and what happens next is the whole world, like all of Springfield, goes black and white. It just turns into a black and white kind of setting. He's like, that's it? We just lose color? Oh, all the boring shows are in black and white. I don't want to think. I just want to watch. But as Homer, everyone's freaking out because now there's no color. It's all black and white. And Frank, in an emergency meeting, Frank basically tells the city of Springfield, I can fix it. It's just going to take me about 7 days. So we're going to, and he's like, and Homer's like, 7 days in black and white? Oh. But everyone's like, all right, it can't be that bad. Just 7 days of no color? That's all right. That's going to be weird, but we can handle it. What they don't know, however, is that not only did the world turn black and white, but what also occurred is that everything from the Twilight Zone spilled over. So essentially you have like all these moments from the other episodes of the Twilight Zone are now in Springfield. So they basically like when Homer comes home, the first thing he sees is Maggie with Talking Tina, and he's just like, that's a new doll. Like, did you get it, Marge? No, Homer, Maggie just found it. And Homer like picks it up and is like, it's kind of cute. A little ominous, but cute. My name is Talking Tina, and I don't like you. I feel like I've heard that before. My name is Talking Tina, and I'm going to kill you. I'm definitely having deja vu now. He just fucking flings Tina across the room. And meanwhile, Homer runs outside, and he sees an alien spacecraft come down, and it's the aliens from To Serve Man. And they're here, like, picking up people to bring to their world to pamper. And, Homer's about to go, but then, Lisa stops him because he's like, To Serve Man is a menu. Lisa, I want to eat. If it means eating other people, I heard it tastes like pork. But, as this is going on, more and more, episodes of the Twilight Zone are starting to, manifest. Like, you've got the episode of the grandfather clock. You've got the episode of, people in an airplane, and it's the gremlin from Terror from 50,000 Feet. He's ripping up the thing, and he just crashes the plane. You have all these different monsters and other creatures coming out of the Twilight Zone and spilling out. And even Rod Serling's doing another monologue, and Homer's just Homer's running for his life and with the rest of the family, and Rod Serling's just like, you see, every other town has a Springfield, but every other Springfield is not a town. What the hell does that even mean? Get bent, Serling. And he just, punches him. So, obviously, they have to get, the Simpsons have to go find Professor Frink, and they have to reverse the damage Homer has caused. So in order to do so, they Lisa and Frank work together to try to work on the control panel and fix the damage. As they're doing so, more and more of Springfield is falling under attack of all these different strange things. Like you have Talking Tina, Mo. You have the aliens from, I forget him, the half-inch tall aliens attack the Flanders. It's all just absolute chaos. It's just like something out of a Treehouse of Horror episode. Eventually, they do fix it, but they do clean the controls and get it to work. But Frank is trying to use the control panel on the machine. He's like, "It's not working! Oh dear God, it's not working! Out of my way, Poindexter!" Homer just comes in "Out of my way, Poindexter! I know how to fix this. A good whacking!" And he just starts furiously beating on the controls until they Fritz out and reverse the Twilight Zone effects and send all the monsters back through into their dimension. So by the end of it, Homer is just like, all's well that ends well. And what he doesn't know is one of the little tiny aliens is like on his shoulder, just like, shh. So, and a closing monologue from Rod Serling, who's just like, there you have it. Springfield, a small town that was filled with terror. But who knows? Maybe another Springfield will encounter the Twilight Zone. And then Chief Wiggum rolls by. Hey, buddy, what did I tell you about monologuing? It just runs off. We got a runner. Anyway, so there you go, guys. That is the Simpsons Twilight Zone crossover. I want to thank everyone who sent in, who voted for this on the Patreon poll. And yeah, other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.